Okay, good evening and welcome to the June 26, 2023 meeting of the Barnstable Planning Board here at Barnstable Town Hall, 367 Main Street, Hyannis, Mass. James H. Crocker, Jr. Hearing room, second floor at 7 p.m. The meeting notice has been previously filed with Town Clerk in accordance with Massachusetts General Law. All application materials may be accessed through Planning Board website or by contacting Karen.Herond at town.barnstable.ma.us or calling 508-862-4064. My name's Steve Robichaud, and we'll now introduce our board member and staff, starting with Matt.
Matt Haig, good evening.
Mary Barry.
Thank you.
Ray Sexton.
Bob Twist, good evening.
Tim.
Good evening, Tim O'Neill.
Michael.
Good evening, Michael Messinas.
And staff, Jim.
Good evening, Jim Comfort, Senior Planner, Planning and Development.
Thank you, Jim. And Jenna.
Jenna Zeno, Administrative Assistant.
I'd just like to remind everyone to make sure they turn their microphones on and speak directly into them, please. Thank you.
Roger that, thank you. And just a reminder for everyone to turn your mic on and speak directly into it when speaking. Notice of recording. This meeting is being recorded and broadcast on Channel 18 in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20. I will now inquire whether anyone else is taping this meeting, and if so, please make your presence known. Seeing none, we will start with our introductory public comment section of the meeting. This is for any public comment not related to our agenda items this evening. Is there anyone here for general public comment this evening? Seeing none, we will continue to our first item, which is an A&R plan. Tim?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is an approval not required plan. FBO Construction, Inc. has submitted an approval not required plan entitled 120 Duns Pond Road, Hyannis, Massachusetts, prepared for FBO Construction, Inc., Fabrizio Olivier Vieira, 505 Old Stage Road, Centerville, MA 02632, dated May 30th, 2023.
Excellent, thank you, Tim. And this is not a public hearing and does not need to be voted to open and close. At this time, if we have the applicant present, if you could please come forward. You can either take the podium or the table and turn on your mic, state your name for the record, and offer a brief summary.
Green light means it's on.
Go, you got it.
Hi, Mark Dibb. I'm a civil engineer with Cape and Islands Engineering on behalf of the applicant Fabrizio Vieira for the A&R tonight at 120 and 130 Duns Pond Road. If you've taken a look at the plan, it's pretty straightforward. They're just combining these two lots into one lot by removing the property line down the middle of the lot. The plan is stamped by our licensed surveyor, and it should be suitable for recording if the planning board endorses. That's all I have tonight, so I appreciate any questions or feedback.
Great, thank you so much. And we'll go to the board for questions, comments, concerns, starting with Matt. Thank you. Mary?
All set, thanks.
And Ray?
None here, Mr. Chairman.
Excellent. And Bob?
I'm good, thanks.
Tim?
All set, thank you.
Michael?
All set, thank you.
Excellent, thank you. And Jim, anything to add?
Just that this site is accessed by an existing paved way. That's all.
Excellent, thank you very much. We would entertain a motion on this item.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to make a motion to endorse the plan entitled 120 Duns Pond Road, Hyannis, Massachusetts, prepared for FBO Construction, Inc., Fabrizio Oliveira Vieira, 505 Old Stage Road, Centerville, MA 02632, dated May 30th, 2023, as an approval not required plan.
Thank you, Tim. And a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Michael. All those in favor? Matt?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Tim?
Aye.
Michael?
Aye.
And myself, Steve Robichaud, votes aye. The matter passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next agenda item this evening is a subdivision. Matt?
Sorry, let me get back to my, the Wayside Lane Extension that we're talking about.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, gotta get my paperwork straight here. I get too wrapped up in the A&R plan. Here's my agenda. There we go. Yeah, he's got to do. Mr. Chairman, subdivision 820 covenant released by Scion Builders LLC has requested release of covenant for lots 1 and 2 at, I believe it's called Wayside Line Extension. This is regarding release of covenant for completed lots of lots 1 and 2.
Excellent, thank you, sir. And just a note, this is not a public hearing, therefore does not need to be voted open close. And is the applicant here this evening? Excellent. Do you want to come forward? And we'd love to have a quick summary from you. Again, take the podium or the table, turn the mic on, and state your name for the record.
Hi, my name's Koram Mohammed on behalf of Scion Builders.
Excellent, thank you. And you want to just give us a brief overview of where we're at and what the request is?
Regarding the construction on the subdivision,
Yeah, just the release of the lots, release of the covenant for the lots 1 and 2. Jim, you want to?
Yeah, I'm happy to chime in, and Grumps, please fill in
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
you like.
be great.
So this is an older subdivision. This board may recall an extension of the subdivision about a year or so ago, originally approved in 2013. Since that time of extension, the applicant has made progress on the infrastructure for the 2-lot extension of the subdivision. And at this time, he's seeking to secure the balance of the infrastructure in order to release the 2 lots. So the process is approval of plan, infrastructure begins. Once the infrastructure is to a certain point, the applicant or developer can secure the balance of the infrastructure. And only once that's secured, the board can grant a release of the covenant of the lots, and then the building department can issue a building permit so the applicant developer can begin to construct foundation and the building itself. Obviously, occupancy isn't achieved until all infrastructure is completed for the given lot. So what you have before you tonight is obviously staff report, the existing covenant that's in play, the proposed tripartite agreement that has been reviewed and deemed acceptable by the town attorney, the estimate of which the agreement follows suit, the estimate for the balance of the infrastructure that has been reviewed by, or has been defined by our DPW engineering department, and lastly, the plan itself for the 2 lots. So what the board is being requested to do tonight is to recommend execution of security agreement, the tripartite agreement, and the release, once that is executed, the release of the 2 covenants so that the developer can begin to construct the buildings themselves.
Excellent. Appreciate that summary. Anything to add?
yeah, that's pretty much what he said.
Okay, great.
But to give a little input on the infrastructure that needs to be done,
Great.
we literally put everything in. Everything's all done. We just have to literally pave the roads and connect the utilities. So the retaining pond, all the manholes, all the grading, rough grading, all that stuff is all done. Drainage is all done.
Excellent. I appreciate that. And Jim, the bond amount is the 82,601.56.
That's correct.
And is that held in escrow with the town until it's ready for release?
That's held, so it's a tripartite agreement, so there's the developer, the bank, and the town all in agreement. And when a request to reduce the security agreement, the town would then go further, inspect, and agree to reduce those. If for some reason the applicant was to not finish, the town would need to seek request from the bank to pull the funds to complete that at a point. This again, with the agreement itself was reviewed by town attorney's office and deemed acceptable, and it's one of the forms that we typically will enter into for this type of development.
Yeah, great. Okay, appreciate that.
Mr. Chairman?
Ray, yes.
I think if I'm correct, that the surety is actually held by the bank
Okay,
that holds the mortgage.
that makes sense. Okay, got it. Go to board questions, comments, concerns, starting with Matt.
Yeah, I believe it doesn't say it here on the plan, but just correct me if I'm wrong, but this extension will be considered a public way. This is not a separate private way off of the existing public
The
way.
extension from the cul-de-sac?
Yes.
Correct, yep.
Yeah, okay. That's all I have.
Great, thank you. Mary?
All set, thank you.
All right, Ray?
Nothing. Thank you.
Okay. Bob?
I'm good, thanks.
All right, Tim?
I'm all set, thank you.
And Michael?
I am all set, thank you.
Okay, excellent. We would look for a motion on this.
Mr. Chair, I would move that a motion to release lots 1 and 2, and also secondarily a motion to recommend acceptance of the security agreement in the form of a tripartite agreement as presented this evening.
Excellent, thank you. In a second.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Mary. All those in favor? Matt?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Tim?
Aye.
Michael?
Aye.
And myself, Steve Robichaud, votes aye. Matter passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving along to staff updates. Jim, an update on the LCP.
Yep, I'll be real quick. So the local comprehensive planning committee has wrapped up phase 1 as of last week with a final vision and final existing conditions chapter. Both of those will be posted online and presented to town council. The staff is currently putting out an RFP for phase 2 with the thought of beginning phase 2 in September. So more to come on that. That's all I have with LCP.
Excellent, thank you for that. And now moving on to annual elections, which I believe, Mary, you're going to take the lead on this? Yes, Ray.
Quick question to Jim on the LCP. So
Oh, yeah.
what's the RP specifically going to ask for?
Yep, so the RFP is a request for proposals for consulting services to assist in the drafting of phase 2. So they'll be really supporting the committee and the staff, much like phase 1, where a lot of data mining, mapping, things that we don't have in-house to achieve, essentially. But the thought is the committee, as well as staff, will be leading the charge, and there will be support for both of those parties.
Thanks.
Thank you, Steve. I just wanted to say on the local comprehensive plan, I know that was a lot of effort for phase 1, so congratulations in getting phase 1 done. So looking forward to phase 2. For the annual elections, as you may know, shall be held every July at each year. As near to the appointment of new members by the town council. The town council earlier this month confirmed all new or reappointed members of the planning board. At this time, I would like to receive a motion for a chair, vice chair, and clerk. And just for procedural, we need to do this single, each for each individual. I would like to make the motion, and then we can go through a vote. Does that make sense?
Perfect, yeah.
So for the planning board chair, I make a motion for Stephen Robichaud to serve for 1 more year in accordance with the town chapter.
Thank you, Mary. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, thank you, Ray. And Bob? All those in favor? Matt?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Tim?
Aye.
And Michael?
Aye.
And myself, Steve Robichaud, votes aye.
Great.
Thank you. Motion passes.
The second motion is for the planning board vice chair, and this is for Robert Twist to serve as the planning board vice chair for 1 more year in accordance with the town charter.
Thank you, Mary. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Matt. All those in favor? Matt?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Tim?
Aye.
And Michael?
Aye.
And myself, Steve Robichaud, votes aye. Motion passes.
And the last position, but not least, Tim, is the motion for Tim O'Neill to serve as planning board clerk for 1 more year in accordance with the town charter.
Excellent. Thank you. And a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Ray. All those in favor? Matt?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Tim?
Aye.
Michael?
Aye.
And myself, Steve Robichaud, votes aye. Motion passes. We have a new slate.
Congratulations.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Nice job.
All right.
1 more year.
Thank
That's
you
right.
for your thank you for your commitment.
Thank you. Thank you for your support. No correspondence this week, and look for a motion to approve June 12th, 2023 draft minutes.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve the minutes of June 12, 2023.
Thank you. In a second.
Second.
Thank you, Michael. All those in favor? Matt?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Tim?
Aye.
Michael?
Aye.
And myself, Steve Robichaud, votes aye. Future meetings, July 10th and July 24th, 2023, 7 p.m., and a special remote meeting on July 31st, 2023. Anything else from staff or board before we seek a motion to adjourn this evening?
What was the time on the July 31st meeting?
I think it's a 6 p.m.
Yeah, I believe it's an early start. We'll get a
Remote.
reminder out to
An
the group.
email?
Yeah,
Oh,
Zoom.
okay.
Yeah,
It's a virtual.
Oh, that's right, Zoom, right? Yeah.
perfect. Anything else?
I won't be around for the July 24th. And
Okay.
oftentimes, we've seen in the summer that there hasn't been a lot of activity, so is there an opportunity to consolidate any of these, or just out of,
I'm always on board for that. That's very common at CPC.
Yeah.
You know, if the applicants are willing and we're not going to hold them up, I always support that. The other thing Ray just mentioned to me that we can consider is if we don't have a public hearing, maybe we think about doing a Zoom meeting if we follow all necessary noticing guidelines. Is anybody opposed to that? No. Okay. I am pretty steadfast that we stick to public hearings we do in person. So, great. Okay. I guess with that, we'll look for a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Bob. In a second.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Mary. All those in favor? Matt?
Aye.
Mary?
Yes.
Ray?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Tim?
Aye.
Michael?
Aye.
And myself, Steve Robichaud, votes aye. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Yep.